we get a laser flip, bro? I'm gonna freak out. Boom. There we go. Nollie laser flip. Thank you. Any scary or weird stories while I was skateboarding? That's a great question. So many years of stories to pull from. In college, I was skateboarding across from my dorm room, and it was like by a river complex, and it's like kind of a park, but it's not really a park. It's just like a lot of people will walk and like bike this area. And so I was over there skateboarding, just flat ground. You know, I wasn't like skating any ledges or anything like that, so clearly not being destructive. Apparently some lady like called the cops on me, and I had no idea that that happened, and they start coming up to us. Oh wait, hold on, actually rewind a little bit. Before the cops were called and showed up and said that somebody called them, there were these two ladies that were sitting on a bench at the same area that I was skateboarding. They didn't say anything to me. They just got up, and then like within a few minutes a police officer showed up. He was like a younger guy. He was probably like late 20s, mid 20s, something like that. Like he wasn't an old cop by any means. He comes up and he's like, I got a complaint about you guys skateboarding here. Like I'm not really gonna do anything. Like it doesn't really bother me. It's whatever. But I'm just like coming up here just because I have to obviously address the issue. I completely understand, like, you know, you got to do your job. Somebody told you to come here. And like he's like, I used to skate back in the day. It's been like years. He's like, you mind if I try like a 3-flip or something? And I was like, yeah, dude, sure, go for it. So he takes my board, and like I've always heard about this and like seen it online and stuff, but I've never had it happen to me in real life. But he takes my board and he starts trying to do like a couple 3-flips, and I was like, dude, this is amazing. So we didn't get like a citation or literally anything. He's just like, yeah, I just gotta like sit here and, you know, talk to you guys to pretend that we're doing something. And I was like, this is amazing. But that was like one of the most legendary moments of my life. Like that's one I'm gonna tell my kids about, you know what I'm saying? So that there's that one, and then I used to skate. Me and my cousin used to skate behind this smoke shop. It was called Tobacco Road, and there was like a 5-set back there. There was like a loading dock, so it was like a drop ledge, and then there was a little bit of a ledge that you could like actually grind on because it had metal siding, metal coping on it. So we would skate back there a ton. Like that's where we learned how to skate gaps. So one day we were skating there, and this lady comes up literally out of nowhere. Cause it was, so let me paint the picture a little bit more. So all right, so I'm gonna paint a picture of like what the plaza was. So the building that we skated was like here, right? And then there was a couple more stores here. This was like I think like a beer distributor. So it was a little bit bigger. So it went back. The building was like an L, like this, all right? And then there was a huge parking lot back here, big parking lot here, and like an orthopedic center in this corner. So obviously orthopedic center, older ladies are going to be going there, right? It makes the most sense. So the stair set was here, right? And then the drop was here. And then that ledge was like here. It was like a slanted slope. But this was a tobacco store, right? So we called it Tobacco Road. We'd skate behind here. The entrance to it all was right here, right? So for somebody to come all the way, you know what? We're gonna change the color for this one, all right? She sucks. So she came all the way back here. First of all, this parking lot is like almost always emptied, right? Like there's nobody that ever parks back here because there's all of this, and the entrance to this is right here. So you go in here. So there's no reason for anybody to park down here. It's like an unnecessarily large parking lot. This lady comes in. I don't know if she was here, heard us skateboarding and came down here, or if she just like was for some reason rolling around back in this parking lot for whatever reason. And she comes up. She like loops around. We're kind of just like standing there looking at her like, what is she doing? She comes around and she threatens to... Oh, first of all, I guess I should also clarify. My car is parked like right here. So I'm parked back here. Again, kind of out of the way. We were skating here, so instead of parking up here, I'm gonna park down here. Makes sense. But she stops like here, right? Like this is her car. Her blob of a car. This is what I think of her. And she starts like yelling at us saying like, this is private property. You know, you guys shouldn't be skating here. Like you're gonna get hurt and like, and whatever. Like stuff like, you know, the standard stuff that people always say when they yell at you for skateboarding. Except here's the thing is she has nothing to do with literally anything here. Like she doesn't own Tobacco Road. She doesn't own the beer distributor. She's just some random lady. This lady was genuinely crazy. she parked, actually, I think my car was down here more. But either way, she, like, I think it was, yeah, so my car had to have been not there. My car had to have been, like, here. Because she parked right behind my car, like, parallel to my car. So she's facing this way. My car's facing this way, right? So my license plate is facing her right here. You like this diorama, by the way, guys? So she's completely blocking me in, so we can't even leave. She's like yelling at us and like threatening us to call the cops and all this stuff. And we're like, we're not doing anything. We're not gonna sue this company. Like, we're doing this on our own free will. And that's what most people don't understand with skateboarding. It's like, I know what I'm getting myself into. If I fall, I'm not suing this company. Like, I voluntarily am throwing myself down this stair set. But anyway, so she's sitting there, she's like threatening to call the cops, and I think I was getting annoyed. And usually, like, I'm sure you guys can probably tell, like, I'm not a confrontational person. I'm a very laid back guy. It takes a lot for me to be annoyed. This lady had me fired up. I think I was talking back a little bit to her. You know, I was saying, like, I'm not gonna sue the company. You know, like this isn't my intention. I'm just skating and having fun. Like, we're just enjoying it. Like, you know, like, I don't remember exactly what I said, but I started talking back a little bit to her, and she ended up taking a picture of my license plate. Like, mad crazy, bro. She took a picture of my license plate, and I don't remember if she ended up calling the cops or not. Maybe she did, and we just left. But either way, I don't believe there was a confrontation with the police during this interaction. So she just wasted her time and my time. And then I stopped skating. Like, she just made me mad, and I just ended the session because I was like, I'm so annoyed. So yeah, that was probably the craziest story. I wish my cousin was here because he can like elaborate on it a little bit more, because he was with me. So like he might be able to fill in some gaps, but that was, for the most part, that was it. The main point of it is the fact that she like came all the way to this back corner when, like, empty parking lot, right? Like, this parking lot's never filled. This always has at most like maybe 10 to 12 cars. Like, employees park back here, that's it. So like, this is empty, this is empty. Why did she come in here and go all the way back here to sabotage two like 16, 17-year-old kids in their skateboarding session? You know what I mean? Like, what is your deal? What happened to you in life that you were that disappointed and you have to ruin other people's days? So yeah, that's my Tobacco Road story, drawn out quite nicely. So there you have that. Don't save that. I probably should have saved that. That was pretty good, huh? Shoot. Still to this day, she has that picture on her phone. She probably does, bro. She was crazy. And like, the other thing too is, like, anytime me and my cousin would have a confrontation with the cops, like, I'm pretty sure the cops have like come and told us to leave Tobacco Road before, but like, we're always just like, yeah, okay, fine, like, you know, no worries, I completely understand, you know, like. And that's the thing, it's like, people just assume that like all skateboarding kids are just rude and talk back, and you know, like, that's a bold assumption, bro. Just because I skateboard doesn't mean I'm not a terrorist to the streets, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just skateboarding, it's what you do. So yeah, those are probably my top 2 skateboarding stories.